Hey guys, in today's video I'll be showing you how to do DIY fringe bangs. I know we're all busy and we can't get to our stylist to trim up our bangs very often, so I found a way that I can keep them maintained in the meantime in between visits. Anyway, if you're interested in seeing how I got this look, please stay tuned and keep watching. Before I get started with the video, I just wanted to do a quick disclaimer. I'm not a trained hair professional or hair stylist, so if you decide you want to do this, please try it at your own discretion. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do to get started is prep our hair for how we want it to lay. Okay, so the first step I'd like to do in prepping my hair for a trim is to really kind of take a comb to figure out how or what I want to do to prep the cut. So the first thing I like to do is to take the pieces that are not necessarily the bangs themselves, but just around it. And I do this because I want to be able to see how it's going to lay when I finish. And the tool that I'm using is the Hot Tools. It's a flat iron, it's a 1.5 inch, it's wonderful. I feel like it gives me faster, because the surface area is bigger, it gives me the ability to get more hair faster, straighten more hair faster. So I'm going to take these pieces again that are around the bang but not necessarily the bang and just flat iron them in. Don't be afraid to get some of the bang in there. Try not to double up on it if possible, but that's how I do it. So then I pull it all forward. Now, because I have wavy hair, it's really important to flatten it because you want it to lay nice and straight. So here we go. So I've kind of flattened the areas around, and I'm kind of going to do the front as well, just to make it a little even. So see, it's nice and smooth, and that's the whole trick, is to smooth out the look. And then after I've established where I want it to be, I then will pull out the actual pieces. And again, this is it's kind of a growth of my previous bangs that I got cut. I'm trying to figure out, making sure I pull out all the pieces. And then because I don't want to make it thicker than it already is, because I really am into thin bangs. I don't really want my bangs to take over my look, and that's fine. Some people like that look. I don't. I like to be able to flip it out of the way if I need to, or pin it back, and I might do some type of look like that where I pin the bangs back, and then it gives a little nice poof with a smooth hair. So once I get there, again, I'll do one more swipe, and it's pretty straight. And the trick is trying to be able to see what I'm doing as I'm looking in the mirror. Okay. So as you can see, it's grown out quite a bit. I don't like it in my eyes, and that's why I want to do a trim myself. So now what I'm going to do is kind of look where I want it to lay, make sure, and again, you can see it's a little jagged here. And then I kind of just start to piece it together. Okay, so I want this here, I want this to kind of lay here, so that when I go in later, it's much easier to see. So I'm kind of piecing it out, and I know that I want certain pieces to be certain places. And so what I do then, after I clip these two out of the way, is I take that middle piece where I want it to be. And the trick is not to cut your hair, not to cut the bang out here. And we have the tendency to do it because we think, oh, that's just natural. The problem is, if you do it up here, you don't really know how far it's going to lay out that way. So the most important thing in my mind is really cutting it from where it currently lays. So what I'm doing again is picking the area that's the shortest. Again, I'm going to hold it where it is. I'm going to take that piece, and you want to do it as thin as possible, and you want to do a quick little, like You don't want, you kind of want to move it just small. And I forgot to mention, I'm using today the Tweezerman scissors. It's a wonderful pair. I've had these for probably 7 years. I realize that they come in different sizes, and this is kind of a bigger one. I think I just was ordering it on Amazon, and I thought, oh, this is perfect. But it's a little big, but it's great. The most important thing with getting, with being able to cut your hair from home is having a great pair. So I highly recommend it. And so again, just taking that piece, and I feel like it's just a little bit too long. I like it to sit kind of, I like my bangs to sit a little bit kind of where my eyebrows start, in the middle there. So then I'll take another piece and I'll do that quick little back and forth. And you just want to keep doing it until it is where it's kind of the length that you want it to be. And I always like to go with a little bit of an arch. So it's kind of like, kind of a U shape or a rainbow shape, I'd say. So then what I do again is I just take these little pieces, and I know I want my hair to lay a certain way. So then I'll comb it down just so it'll, I just do that little back and forth, so it's just a quick little go straight down. And you're just taking little pieces, but that way it'll taking little pieces, just kind of where you want them to be. And the trick is to do little by little. You don't want to do too much and then you realize that you've gone too far, you've done too much. And the smaller the pieces, the more control you have over how the look is going to end up. See? So if I pull and I'm like, okay, that's too much in my eye, then you just cut a little bit more and then a little bit more if you feel like you need to. I feel like I need to do a little bit more in there, and I just want it to look a little even. So taking that, I'm scooting back a little bit. So if you scoot back a bit, you can kind of see how it looks from afar in the mirror. And then I want to also make these parts even. So what I have here, I want to make sure I also have here. So this is a little bit longer. I just want the outer part to be just a tad bit longer. Okay, and then as you keep going, you just keep combing it and seeing, okay, how do I like that? Do I like that or not? So getting a little closer just to kind of see the missing pieces here. Okay, and then what I do is, now that it's nice and wispy and thin, and I like the length of it, it's not in my eyes, and I like how the pieces are sitting. So as you can see, there's parts that are a little thicker on the bang, so like right here, and usually it's around this area. So I use these Tweezermans because I've had them for many years. I do my husband's hair, I cut my children's hair, and I'm a self-taught, I guess you could say, stylist, but it's just learning through trial and error. Anyway, back to where I was going. So this right here is, again, the thinning shears. And what I do is I take this and I go, the trick is to not go this way, because you'd hate for it to look choppy. So what I've learned to do is kind of, again, take a thin piece and then kind of go down the hair. And that'll allow the hair to get thinner, but still have length. So it'll thin it out, like I said. And then it looks really great. So then it kind of matches what we have in the middle. And I might even go just a tad bit more. And again, the key is to go slowly and not do it too much, so that you don't lose control of how much you're taking off or cutting off. So then I'm always kind of taking my combing it through to see, making sure I like how it's coming out, liking the look. Just re-clipping it here, just so I can see this better. I'm going to kind of focus on this side here. This is a little thick, so I'm just going to go down that way. Okay. And then I'll take my And the great thing is, even if you want to, let's say you feel like you want to wear it to the side, and then when you dry your hair, now my hair is trained because I've been wearing it for a day or two in the middle, and I switch it up. I go to the side, I go to the middle. You put a little bit of like product right there, and you can sweep it to the side, and it still has a really nice flow to it. It's not really cooperating right now, but it looks perfect. And then you can even wear your hair up. So anyway, I'll take these clips off. But the great thing again about these bangs, as you can see, is you can really be versatile with it. You can wear it like this, and it kind of frames your face. Or you could wear it up as an option. Tie it back and pull it. Or you can sweep it off completely, which I typically do if I just, and I've done it on other hairstyles, is just kind of sweep it to the side, and it has like a flawless look. It doesn't look too harsh, it doesn't look too thick. It just gives it a kind of nice, thin, even look. Anyway, that's it, guys. This is the final look. Hopefully you could try it. Again, I think it works perfect for any hair type. It solves the problem of not having to go to the hairstylist. We love seeing our hairstylist, but it's just, being busy people, mom, student, it's really hard to always be able to get there every 2 weeks once that initial cut or bang starts to grow out. This is a great option to just keep it like fringed and keep it maintained in the meantime. So my son decided he wanted to jump into the video here. Go ahead and say hi.
Hi.
Is that all you wanted to say?
I'll see you guys in the next video.
Okay, guys. Thanks again. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.